Oh, my fucking knee.
How'd you break your knee?
Oh, being stupid. I banged it on a thing and it fucking hurts. So, welcome to the first episode of. Did we decide we're going to call it the horror word?
The horror word with Shane and Purd.
For now, tentatively titled The Horror Word with Shane and Purd. We just finished
the season premiere of American Horror Story Season 5 Hotel.
And we're going to discuss it.
We're going to review the episode. We're going to give our opinions of it, our honest opinions. Oh, I thought that was
Sounds
funny.
like I'm going to be a little more forgiving than you.
I'm a little critical of the series. I'm not a big fan of Season 3. I was a really big fan of Seasons 1 and 2. Seasons 3 and 4 were a little lacking for me. I felt that the story in Season 3 was a little too silly and a little lacked content. You know what I mean? Through Season 4 didn't make a hill of beans worth of sense except for Neil Patrick Harris's character. So going into Season 5...
Wait. Who the fuck was Neil Patrick Harris in Season 4?
He was a ventriloquist who sawed Emma and Roberts in half.
You know what? I got to be honest. I didn't finish Season 4 because I hated Season 4.
That's the reason. That's all the reason not to watch it. I've only finished it to say that I did.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Once they killed the clown... Huh?
It's episode 3. They killed off the clown.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
3 or 4.
God, it had to be a little later than that.
It's early.
Anyway, once they killed the clown, I started losing interest. I absolutely hated the rich kid.
Who ends up becoming the focal point of the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes a more interesting character later on. He bribes the police into doing what he wants so then he can take over.
But that's not actually what we're here to talk about.
Nope, we're here to discuss Season 5. Our feelings about the previous 4 seasons are thrown out at this point, and we're starting completely fresh with a new story, new group, same cast, some new characters, some you recognize from previous seasons. Kathy Bates reprises a role again on this season. She's been in the last 2 seasons.
And I thought she was great in Coven.
You know, I mean, the character in Coven was good. The character in season 4, not as good. Not as strong a character.
Her in season 4.
She was the Lobster Boy's mom. Yeah, no good. No, came home empty-handed with it.
I remember Michael Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis, who will never be muscular regardless of how muscular he gets. And his character is ultimately killed for no reason because his side plot was completely idiotic. He was a closet homosexual who didn't want his gayness exposed to anybody, and he killed people as a product to keep it a secret, and ultimately it cost him his life. You weren't missing out beyond that. I filled in pretty much most of the blanks, so all of our viewers at home don't have to watch it either, so. Season 5.
This one.
I like the way it was shot. I like the way it's shot.
It is beautifully
phenomenally shot. It's very stylized. It's very reminiscent of a David Fincher type movie. You're more of like a color palette of like a David Lynch or a Dario Argento, using a lot of reds and blacks to sort of bring out the kind of ultimate creepiness. There's this very lovely kind of checkered pattern that's on the floor, reminiscent of The Shining. I liked a lot of the fisheye lenses, a lot of the low angles coming up with the cameras, a lot of very like steady follow shots. But unfortunately, substance aside, the episode kind of didn't really have anything going on.
Yeah, nothing really happened. It was kind of just establishing some characters, and not even very thoroughly at that.
No, it's setting up the chessboard right now. We're just setting up the chessboard. You know, lots of queens on that chessboard, though. So, as we said, Kathy Bates reprises her character as Iris, the woman who is at the front desk of the Hotel Cortez in Los Angeles. You encounter a group of creepshow characters, vampires, various ghouls tied into beds, European tourists, other various bottom feeders that locate themselves in the city of Los Angeles. It really doesn't seem that uncommon for me in a hotel in Los Angeles to find a ghoul taped up into your mattress, or to find yourself with a yoked throat in the middle of an orgy. But as the episode progresses, they introduce you to several other characters. Sarah Paulson's character, reprising again from previous seasons, she plays Syringe Sally, the resident junkie of the hotel, who picks up various men and has them either sodomized or overdosed, if you're into that kind of thing. There's a constant creepy character throughout that they haven't really identified. He sort of is the rubber man of this season, running around with a shiny, bright dildo that he wears and has a sort of rubber mask.
Dildo.
Dildo.
Hashtag dildo.
Hashtag dildo. Put that across the bottom of the screen there. And this character periodically shows up and reminds me of Seven. It seems as if they just ripped off the idea from Seven, where they put the leather thing on the dude who was just like, he told me to fuck her, he told me to, and like things like that. But this guy's into it though. Right.
He has the same fucking role in Alien 3.
Yeah, exactly. David Fincher. It's another David Fincher movie. Mm-hmm. But this character doesn't really have any lines. He doesn't really have any substance of what he's doing. He just sort of shows up, gets his rape on, and then, makes with the bounce. Get your rape on? Can we hashtag that one? Get your rape on? That wouldn't make a good hashtag. Maybe for Republicans or something. I don't know. So as the episode progresses, you don't really encounter Lady Gaga, who is the title character of this season that everybody's been focusing on. She shows up, has this really awesome introduction to She Wants Revenge's song, I Want to Tear You Apart, that goes on for a good 5 or 10 minutes, ultimately ends in a blood orgy.
It was well done.
It was pretty well done. I liked the blood orgy. I was down with that.
There was good gore. The soundtrack so far, very gothy.
Very gothy. Very gothy.
Not bad. Fine.
Recognizable. I'm down with that. Some Bela Lugosi's dead.
Sure.
Played a little bit later on. But again, style-wise, fantastically shot. Substance, not so much. They've alluded to some characters being undead, some characters sort of being previously dead, some being still alive, some getting drilled. You never know. Whatever happens when you check into the asshole Cortez Hotel.
What else? Well, I feel like it has potential.
I do agree.
I actually want to watch the next episode.
I'm checked into the hotel. I checked into the hotel at this point.
Yeah.
So how long I stay, I don't know.
They did that part well enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
To it.
You know what I mean? I want to see what happens with Sarah Paulson's character. I want to see another character that was absent from all 4 seasons so far that was not in this episode was Evan Peters, who played Tate in season 1, who played the Bloody Face Killer in season 2. Well, he wasn't really technically the Bloody Face Killer.
Yeah, no.
Severely misused it in season 3 in Coven. Played the Lobster Boy in season 4. Now, Lord knows what character he could possibly be in this one.
Severely misused in Coven is dead on.
Yep.
Muted zombie boy.
Because he very talented actor, very young up and coming actor, played these huge roles in the first 2 seasons. Yeah. Gets into season 3 and he's a reanimated Frankenstein frat boy. Yeah. It doesn't even seem like I wouldn't even write that role for that character. I would write it as an ancillary.
Who was fucking his mother, right?
He was fucking his mother, yeah. That's like episode 4 or 5, fucking his mother. Yeah. You know what I mean? They got a weird thing with parent fucking on this.
I like season 3.
Like season 3. You're into parent fucking. The Parent Trap.
I'm not into parent fucking. I'm just into weird shit. Yeah.
I wasn't into Lady Gaga's character that much.
Yeah, that's what we should talk about a little bit. She looks really fucking weird.
The choices that they made with her hair, with some of her costumes, with how she looks.
Her fucking forehead.
She just keeps washing and doesn't know where to stop. Like she looks like Mr. Worf. She really didn't get a lot of screen time, though. She doesn't really show up until about 30 minutes into the episode.
Doesn't have a lot of lines.
She doesn't have a ton of lines. Most of her opening intro is a music video, which, I mean, like, she's done. You know, you've seen her do music videos once or twice. So that was all just her own shtick there. But then when it actually came to the nitty-gritty, down to, getting your hands dirty, she just was the little engine that couldn't. You know what I mean? Like, she just seemed like I was very coached and very directed to do this, because I don't really think she's an actress.
Let's talk about Wes Bentley's character.
Wes Bentley's character, I feel, is the strongest character of this season. I feel that his storyline with this serial killer, this kind of Ten Commandment serial killer, who in the opening had horribly mutilated some people and superglued a gentleman up into another woman.
Yeah, that was actually a fantastic.
That was a great opening. That was another great introduction to the character. Mm-hmm. He walks in and finds a gentleman glued up inside of a woman with his eyes and tongue cut out. So I'm saying, I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Tell me a story.
Yeah, we both look at each other like, all right.
Thumbs up. Yeah, it's me. Give it 4 for gore. You know what I'm saying? So Wes Bentley's character is a detective chasing down a serial killer who is apparently using the 10 Commandments in a way. It's evident in the opening where they show the 10 Commandments periodically displayed brightly in neon as the opening of the show goes through. So I'm assuming there's a serial killer, but it is all too reminiscent of your Saw and your Seven and your kind of
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
It had a Heavy Rain feel to it,
Yeah,
too.
and
When he loses his kid, I was like, well, he's running around screaming, Jason!
Jason!
When he was screaming, Holden!
Jason!
Holden!
Holden! My crotch! Holding my crotch, you get... Yeah. So, the children, there's a point towards the end of the episode there where Lady Gaga displays these little blonde children that she keeps as kind of her little pets. And myself and Shane both took offense to the fact that these children were playing Nintendo's fucking Tetris, Game Boy
fucking Tetris
for
on a
Gen
screen
1.
as big as a wall.
On the screen, like a good solid 60-inch like screen playing black and white Tetris, not even Tetris Color, not even Game Boy Advance.
No, it
nothing.
was and they're playing multiple versions of Tetris
In different screens.
Yeah, different screens. Like
it's like you have an afterlife. You have this eternal life, and you have doomed yourself to play Tetris.
And this supposedly takes place during modern times.
During modern times,
today, because
2015, welcome to the new age.
The chicks from whatever country they were from, they were talking about they're gonna
do a Yelp review.
Bad Yelp review.
That was a good burn too, burning Yelp there. Just saying, we're gonna do this place.
We didn't talk about them because who gives a fuck?
They're not really important. Right? They were completely ancillary.
Overall, like we kind of talked about that. Like I liked it, and I'm intrigued. I want to see some more. It's fucking better than Raymond Blows the Milkman kind of thing. Like I appreciate any kind of horror in mainstream television media, whatever. Just
done well at least.
Sure. Yeah, we're gonna be doing more horror. Sorry, what?
She doesn't want us to do horror reviews apparently.
We're gonna be doing more horror reviews. What did I watch recently? I showed Vanessa a Serbian film.
Nice.
And she liked it. She thought it was a little over the top for the sake of over the top.
It is really
during certain scenes, but really, I just think it's over the top for the sake of over the top during the newborn porn scene. But other than that, I thought everything was kind of in place and fine. Personally,
if you look at Serbian film from a film perspective, if you look at it as just a film, you don't want to go into it looking to see something shocking. It's a great filmed movie. The story is very interesting.
That's fine.
It has good characters, but the director went a different way with how he wanted to display what he was trying to get across. Because if you actually read interviews of what he was actually trying to get across, it's political.
Oh, the social commentary.
The whole social commentary of things currently in Serbia, like that's
how the government fucks them.
Yeah,
I've done a little research on it.
That's his take on it. Is that it's the Serbian government fucking people. That's why it's a happy Serbian family. You know, the brother's fucking the wife and the father's fucking the son. You know what I mean?
Have you seen anything that maybe we'll talk about?
Deathgasm. Deathgasm is another one that we should absolutely review.
About that.
I just recently watched
Deathgasm.
Deathgasm probably be another episode. I'm thinking we should go through the iZombies, or anything you want us to do. Anybody out there who has a suggestion, something you want us to review, something we could go over,
it's maybe a great idea.
Maybe make a hashtag, send us a note that says, hey, why don't you guys watch this film? I've never seen anybody do that before.
Real quick, I gotta tell you, a friend of mine watched our film,
mm-hmm.
You Died,
mm-hmm.
a little comedy horror short film we did, which I'll put in
somewhere.
Link
down here at the bottom.
I'll figure out how to do all that. I don't even know, but I'll figure it out.
I didn't realize we had fans.
Interesting.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, we do. We got some fans. See, they're watching.
Yeah.
We're talking about you. So overall,
you know who you are.
We're gonna wrap things up on our review on American Horror Story, episode 1, checking in. I'm gonna go kind of in the middle. I'm not gonna give it severed thumbs down right now, but I'm gonna keep my hand right about there. Gonna give it a couple episodes.
Severed thumbs thing? That's cool.
I like that. So like Siskel and Ebert,
severed
thumbs up, severed thumbs down.
That hasn't been done?
I don't think so.
Okay. That'll be our thing.
Hashtag severed thumbs up.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm giving it can I give it a thumb and a half instead of 2 thumbs?
What if we did a 1 through 5 thing? Severed thumbs up, severed thumbs down.
Okay. Well, then I would give it a 3.
Okay, so if I had to go based upon just episode 1,
slightly better than average, and I would watch more.
I'm gonna go 3 severed thumbs up too. 3 severed thumbs up out of 5.
3 severed thumbs up out of 5.
Tune in again. Subscribe to watch more episodes. Stay tuned for more things from our production company. And
we don't have a fucking name
for it yet.
We need a name.
Well,
for
we need
our
a name. Send
damn
us
production
names.
company.
We need suggestions for a name. So that has
It's
been.
gonna be like. It's gonna be bad.
There's gonna be really
Send
bad
us-
ones. I've looked up all my initials. They're all production companies that already
No,
exist.
if you tell them to give us names for, it's gonna be like.
It's gonna be like furry balls plopped
bad
menacing
shit.
on the table.
Tell the internet to get no.
Our fans are fucked up. That has been the horror word with Shannon Purd.